Jordan Poole is officially the statistically worst player in the entire NBA. So what happened to him? I mean, 2 years ago, he was the main contributor, aside from Steph Curry, to a championship ring on the Golden State Warriors. Since then, he's fallen off so immensely. So in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down what happened to Jordan Poole and why this happened and how he might be able to fix it. So before all that, let's break down the statistics, because this season, 520 players have played in the NBA. Jordan Poole is currently dead last in plus minus with a minus 342, meaning that in all the time he's played while he is on the court, his team is 342 points down to the other teams, which is absurdly bad. In his last 10 games, he's had 10 points, 2 points, 8 points, 13 points, and 5 points to average out to 8.7 points per game. And during those games, he's shooting 30% from the field. So yeah, he is really, really bad right now. So now to go into what happened. First off, there have been rule changes in the NBA, and we have to understand that a lot of players aren't as good as they have been in the past season, 2 seasons. And especially this season, the NBA has started cracking down on carries. Now, this is a very, very niche rule. It is when your hand goes under the ball while you're driving. And Jordan Poole used to do this a lot to blow by defenders. Now it's called, and whenever it's called, it counts as a turnover, which is why Poole is averaging nearly 4 turnovers per game, which is just an insane stat. I mean, 4 turnovers is pretty ridiculous, but honestly, if this rule was fixed, he would be averaging a lot more points per game. He's had to remove an entire part of his offense, and honestly, yeah, that affects how he plays. But another thing that affects how he plays is how the Wizards are playing him. Because the Warriors always used to play Jordan Poole as a point guard. Now the Wizards are playing him in more of a shooting guard role, who occasionally gets the ball to run some ISOs. Because he is, most of the time, if you watch Wizards games, he is standing in the corner. He is waiting for someone to pass him the ball. And we all know that that is not who Jordan Poole is. He needs the ball in his hands. Then he can create offense. He can shoot very, very well. And he is just a very smooth player. But you can't be a smooth player without the ball in your hands. The Warriors gave him the ball, and he was a great player. And now the Warriors side of things. Because this is, I think, where Jordan Poole most became a bad player. He used to be really, really good on the Warriors, and everyone loved him. That's the thing. Everyone loved him. Jordan Poole was the heart. He was the soul of the Bay. And he left, and no one really likes him in Washington. He's regarded as a third star behind Kyle Kuzma and Daniel Gafford. Like, who the heck even is Daniel Gafford? This season, he's averaging 16, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds on 40% shooting from the field and 31 from 3. Now, you compare those numbers to 2 years ago, and he averaged 18.5 points along with 4 assists and 3.5 rebounds to put that on 45-36 shooting, which is obviously much better. And I think that that's because the environment in the NBA, or not in the NBA, in the Warriors arena is just so much better. Now, we've all seen those memes of Jordan Poole seeing the baddies sitting courtside, but I don't want to say that it was actually that, but the vibe in Chase Center was just a lot better for Jordan Poole than small town Washington is, because Chase Center is filled with a ton of energy. Washington, this DC team, the Wizards, they suck. No one is at the games. I mean, look at the screen right now, top right-hand corner. Those are empty seats right there. Just absolutely empty courtside seats, which is something that you would never see in the Warriors game. The environment is totally different, And Jordan Poole thrives on the hype. He thrives on the spotlight, which is why he stepped up his game so much in those NBA finals. But another thing that happened after those NBA finals was him getting a massive contract. 4 years, $120 million. That's $30 million a year and an insane amount of money for a 23-year-old, which is perhaps why Jordan Poole stopped working on his game. Once he got paid, when you have $120 million, that is such a life-changing amount of money. You don't have to do anything ever again. Your kids don't ever have to do anything ever again. Jordan Poole got this money and he stopped working hard because he didn't have to anymore. When he was in the G League fighting for a spot on the Warriors roster, he had to improve his game. He had a grit and grind mentality. But now we've seen rumors of him going on regular season game days to dates with Ice Spice. Like, come on. That's the thing that he can improve. He can improve his mentality, and that will make him a better player. The NBA isn't all fun and games. It's not just hitting a ton of threes. Steph Curry didn't get to where he was by randomly just shooting the ball. No, he practiced, and he practiced a lot. That's what Jordan Poole needs to do. And that leads me to my last point, which is that he doesn't have a mentor anymore. In Golden State, he obviously had Wardell Stephen Curry, the greatest point guard of all time, and someone who basically mimicked Poole's playing style, or you could say that Poole mimicked Steph's playing style because he came after him. They both are ball-dominant point guards who shoot the ball very, very well and can get their shot at will. He was literally the perfect guy that Poole could have to mentor him through the early stages of his career. And Poole, every time he did something impressive, he would look at Steph Curry. Like those shots, the half-court bang shots in the NBA Finals, he was celebrating with Steph Curry. And when he came back to the Bay a few days or weeks ago, whenever they played the Warriors, Steph and Poole and Kevon Looney, they were all just massively vibing. They are the best of friends, which is totally heartwarming to see, but also heartbreaking when you realize that they are not on the same team anymore. Sometimes chemistry is more important than the individual players, and I think that this is one of those scenarios. Jordan Poole will never be as good as he was on the Warriors unless he's back on the Warriors, which is a thing that the Warriors might be able to do. I mean, they can make a trade, and I don't think that the Wizards would be too reluctant to accept any offer because Jordan Poole has been horrible for them, and if he's back on the Warriors, he's going to thrive. But let me know what you guys think about this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.